and welcome back. And if you're new here, welcome. So we're taking a drive on Highway 47 North in Florida. It is fall. It's November 1st? November sometime.
November 3rd.
3rd. There we go. November 3rd, and we're just admiring the fall foliage. There's also a lot of flowers still in bloom. We've seen some, a lot of people say, oh, there's no change in seasons in Florida. Oh, but there is. So you'll see the cypress will start turning a little bit more rust color, and there's a lot of muscadine, wild muscadine that we've seen. Muscadine is wild, so the muscadine is starting to turn yellow. We've seen some what look like maple that are deep rusty red color, deep maroon. And various flowers still in bloom here. Now we've seen some damage from the hurricanes. Now we're up near the northern part of the state, though. This road comes out at Interstate 75. There's some red over here that I was talking about. And there's trees, and then pine, a lot of pine. And I guess that's why people don't see the change of seasons so much, is that there is so much green left, even when everything else falls. So this is coming into horse country, cattle farm, watermelon farms, corn. So a lot of agriculture up in this area of the state. Mentioned in another video when we were further south, we've seen one bald eagle on this trip and one alligator. So seen a bit of wildlife. And another thing is that I guess because of the storms, we've also seen a lot of dead snakes on the road. So I guess they got displaced, and now they're migrating and probably trying to find new habitats. But I don't recall ever seeing so many snakes on the road in Florida. Now pretty much all these poles on the right are, they've done some new pole placement. We got caught up, a year and a half or so ago with them putting in new power poles. I don't know if they're going to widen this road or not, but again, you can see there's not a lot of traffic here. It's kind of like 19. And the Suncoast Parkway. The Suncoast Parkway doesn't have much traffic on it either. But all of the roads I mentioned are very picturesque. The Suncoast Parkway is picturesque because it doesn't have a lot of billboards on it yet. And there's not a lot out there. There aren't subdivisions or anything out there to kind of muck up the view. It's a lot of land. Is a lot of kind of swampy areas, flowery areas, treed areas such as this. And some of the trees, it was interesting, some of the old oaks have lost a lot of their leaves in the hurricane, are now starting to put out new leaves, almost like it's springtime. So that was interesting to see. But yeah, if you see a bunch of yellow like over in here, that's all muscadine vine that's changing for the season. Over here to the left, there used to be a taco truck out here occasionally. I don't know if they still set up or not. We were headed north, so it would be on the going south where that taco truck was. But yeah, out here in the middle of nowhere, I was shocked. Now, if you're headed south, you'll run into the town of Trenton. And right now we're between Trenton and Fort White. Another thing that I found interesting was, oh, that's a cool car. Another thing I found interesting was some of the areas that I passed through in the summer where it's dry. Some of the low areas are pretty full with water, and interestingly, they have lily pads growing. So I guess when that dries up, they may seed themselves, and then when it fills back up, they come to life again. It's really crazy. Nature's funny that way. Now, if you're here in sweet corn season, which is about May, June time frame, there's a gentleman, I believe his name is Don, who sells corn here, sweet corn, Silver King sweet corn, and it is delicious, and he is a very interesting man to speak with. I hadn't heard from him in a while. We got a surprise call from him I think about a year and a half ago. I think we had met him 2 years ago. He was really into NASA and space exploration, and had even taken cruises for celestial events, eclipses and lunar eclipses, and I think comet viewings and stuff like that. Not a muscadine on the left. And fallen trees. We were talking to some friends last night outside, and the mosquitoes were unbelievable. And they were huge. We couldn't decide if it was a moth or a mosquito, but it was definitely a mosquito, but it looked like a little moth. It was that big. This is, we just passed a little town called Osteen. Osteen was a turnoff to go to Ginny Springs. This area is full of springs. You have Ginny Springs, High Springs. We're actually heading to Santa Fe. Well, it's considered Gilchrist County Santa Fe Springs State Park. Or is it Santa Fe River?
Santa Fe River.
Yeah, the state park. So I've actually canoed on the Santa Fe River. Learned to water ski not too far from here. And I guess I went camping on the Santa Fe as well.
Getting a good view here of this big blue pick-em-up truck.
Yeah. But camping I did was in a tree house. Oops. Sorry. Oh, here's the turnoff to Ginny Springs. That's Ginnie. And it's a dirt road, I believe. Yes, it is. So I'm going to guess those springs are really beautiful. That's going to have to be another trip. There are a lot of things in this area I'd like to film. There's something in Levi County, just south of here. I'd like to get on my channel, and some of these other back roads I'd like to explore up in this area. Unfortunately, there aren't any hotels that I've seen in this area. Looks like they have perhaps soybean on the left, soybean field. Maybe not. Maybe it's just clover as a cover crop to rejuvenate the soil. That could be. A lot of farmers are turning back to old agricultural ways. It could be sweet potatoes there too, though. I didn't think about that. They could probably get by with growing sweet potatoes this late in the season. Beautiful day cloud-wise. Some white gray clouds and blue skies in between. Light blue.
In half a mile, your destination will be on the right.
So we'll take you on into the entrance of State Park. And it's right here. And I think we have to pay first, so we'll pay. Our restrooms are all the way over there. All right. So we're going to pay. We're going to go to the restrooms. Thanks for joining us on this little trip here. And be sure to check out the State Park video coming soon. See you later. Thanks for watching. Take care and take it easy.